We begin tonight with breaking news. Gunfire in Tampa. Police just updating us now on a manhunt for two suspects wanted in a violent robbery.
Officers just updated us moments ago about what happened. Let's get right out to our Jacqueline and Glaze near the Nebraska Food Mart where it all happened. Jacqueline?
Well, Jamison, we have a flurry of activity out here tonight. You can see that police are saturating this area as we still have two of the three suspects involved in this armed robbery on foot and on the loose tonight. Here's what we know from police. Around 9:40 tonight, three men who are wearing masks and armed with guns went into the Nebraska Food Mart. They pistol whipped the clerk, police say, and then emptied out three cash registers. An eyewitness I spoke with says those three men ran out of this food mart. That is where they encountered a man who cleans the parking lot. They shot him in the neck, according to this eyewitness. Now, at the same time, it's not sure how this happened, but one of those suspects happened to be shot by his accomplice. Take a look here in the parking lot. You can see some of the cash stolen in this robbery. Police say that that suspect was carrying strewn on the floor. Now, the eyewitness says that her fiance was also here. She sent him over to see if their friend was doing okay. Here's what happened next.
They said he could moan and groan. He was shot in the face, like grazed, like through here somewhere, in his face on one side or the other. But they said he was still breathing whenever I yelled over there to make sure he was still alive.
Tonight, the family of the gunman, Myron May, now revealing new insight about him, saying there was no indication he was planning something so tragic. Our Jacqueline and Glaze joins us live in Tallahassee with that exclusive interview tonight. Jacqueline?
Almost 24 hours ago, just beyond this crime scene tape, here on the steps of this library, Myron May took his last breaths, and tonight his uncle is opening up about the Thanksgiving plans they had. But instead of coming together for dinner next week, May's family will be coming together for a very different reason: his funeral.
He was going to get together with me and cook Thanksgiving dinner.
Preparing Thanksgiving dinner with his nephew Myron Mays is a memory Wallace Freeman won't be making. Instead, he's planning the 31-year-old's burial.
His mother's birthday was yesterday, so I know it's a heartbreaker to her.
Freeman last saw his nephew on Saturday. He spent the night before returning to this guest house family friends were letting him live in 6 miles away in Weewahitchka. He would leave the very next day to visit friends at FSU.
It's a shock because he was quiet.
May moved back to the Florida Panhandle just 3 weeks ago after living in Houston and New Mexico, where trouble found the lawyer just last month.
He saw a guy with a gun at his apartment.
Then there was this, a police report filed with the Las Cruces Police Department by his ex-girlfriend, claiming May was harassing her and recently developed a severe mental disorder, believing police were bugging his home and even putting cameras in his car. When ABC Action News gained exclusive access to May's cottage, we found this, a half-full bottle of hydroxyzine, a drug commonly used to treat anxiety and nervousness.
He wasn't a monster. He was nice, sweet young man.
His friends told us he was also having financial issues. Here he is on a camping trip earlier this month studying for the Florida bar. Now tonight, while his family is thankful May did not kill anyone, they're struggling to answer why he opened fire and wounded 3 innocent people at his alma mater.
We don't know what went down, but we're in shock because he was no kind of person like that.
May's mother is back in Ohio tonight, where he spent the majority of his childhood. He moved here to Florida at the age of 12 and was raised by his grandmother. This will be the 7th family funeral for May's family this year. Live tonight in Tallahassee, Jacqueline and Glaze, ABC Action News.
A Pasco County mother calls 911 when her baby gets locked inside the family car. And tonight she says dispatchers did not immediately send help, putting her baby's life in danger. Our Jacqueline and Glaze spoke with the mom and joins us live in New Tampa with the very latest on this story. Jacqueline?
Well, since bringing what happened here in this CVS parking lot to the attention of TPD this morning, they've launched an investigation, and now this mother wants them to review their policies so no parent goes through what she did.
And that's what was the scariest part, was watching him change and get obviously much, much hotter.
All she needed, bleach and bottled water. But this Pasco mother's quick trip to this local CVS ended with her baby trapped and window broken. 10-month-old Jack likes to play with just about anything he can get his hands on, especially car keys. Only on Saturday, when his mom put him in his car seat and closed the car door in order to secure their shopping cart.
And in those 3 seconds when I was moving the cart, he hit the lock button.
The black Acura wasn't running and temperatures were nearing triple digits.
I went around and I'm pulling on all the different doors trying to get one to open.
Panicked, she begged a passerby for a phone and called police.
Hi, my infant son is locked in the car in a parking lot.
Only the dispatcher didn't send help.
They won't be able to try to gain access to the car unless the child is in some kind of distress.
Then the dispatcher just ends the call.
The dispatcher absolutely made a mistake. This is not the way we do business.
8 minutes went by before an off-duty TPD officer made a second call to 911.
Baby locked in the car. Okay, where they at?
With Jack now in the car 10 minutes, help is finally on the way. But before police could get there, another Good Samaritan broke the car's left passenger window with a wrench.
I'd like to say thank you to them, to the man that let me use his phone, to the retired officer that was able to get the police out there. Those were the first responders that day.
TPD says that this first dispatcher should have stayed on the line, found out where this mother was, and sent out help immediately. They added that this dispatcher will likely be disciplined. We're live in New Tampa. Jacqueline Inglace, ABC Action News.
To belittle my child and put her in a diaper, that's crazy.
A Bay Area mother outraged. She says her kindergartner was forced to wet herself in class.
Tonight, ABC Action News is finding out why she was not allowed to go to the bathroom. Her mom says 6-year-old Chloe Kinget had to sit in her own urine, humiliated as classmates made fun of her. And then once her teacher finally noticed, the school made her put on a diaper.
Well, what's worse, her mom says that the school never once tried to call her. ABC Action News reporter Jacqueline Inglace has been pushing for answers all day and joins us live with more now. Jacqueline.
Well, Linda, this mother would not allow her 2 daughters to attend classes here at Sunset Hills Elementary today. And when I spoke to this kindergartner, she told me that if it were up to her, she'd never come back.
I don't want to go back.
And for today, 6-year-old Chloe Kinget is not going back to Sunset Hills Elementary School in Tarpon Springs, all because of an embarrassing incident in front of 20 classmates. An incident her mother feels never should have happened.
The teacher really should have let my child go to the bathroom, you know, and it would have prevented the whole thing.
Chloe says she was in music class Wednesday and asked permission to go to the bathroom, but was told no. As for why?
Because we always take so long, but that's because there's probably like someone in there.
Chloe told ABC Action News she had to pee so badly, she began holding herself and whining.
I was wiggling on the floor like that, like side to side.
According to Chloe, she was warned that if she didn't stop creating a disturbance, she would be disciplined. That's when the kindergartner recalled sitting on her knees and peeing on the floor, all as her classmates watched.
They're like, ew, what is that? Blah, blah, blah.
But things got even more embarrassing when Chloe was brought to the school office.
She found boy pants and then she made me put on boy pants and a diaper.
Tonight, the school district is not denying the incident, telling ABC Action News it was a miscommunication that led to an accident. The teacher in charge believed all the students had taken a bathroom break prior to class. School district leaders say Chloe's mom should have been notified. But Chloe's mom claims she was never called and only found out about what happened when she picked her children up from school hours later.
I'm very, very irate.
Now, school district leaders told me that they request that parents bring in an extra set of clothing at the beginning of the school year should accidents like this happen. But if those clothes are not provided, they have to use whatever resources they have at hand to make the child comfortable, including pull-up diapers. But Chloe's mother says never once was she asked to bring in an extra set of clothes. We're live tonight in Tarpon Springs. Jacqueline Inglace, ABC Action News.
Jacqueline Inglace, also known as our resident, Hello Kitty star. She's with us right now, live from trick-or-treating headquarters at Old Northeast St. Pete. Hi there, Jackie.
How you doing, Laura? I just couldn't hide my inner cat any longer for Halloween. But let me tell you, the houses are decorated, and I've made some friends out here, too. I wanted you to meet somebody. This is Bella, and this is Jack, and they're getting all ready for Halloween. Say hi to everybody at home.
Hi.
Hi, Atlanta.
Now, I'm going to do a little bit of a Halloween safety pop quiz for you guys. So, Bella, we're going to have you go first. Let's say you go knock on a door and someone comes out with a candy bowl. But in order to get the candy, the person says you have to come inside their house and you don't know them. What do you do?
I say no.
Ooh, good answer.
Just 9 months ago, you watched her jump into a pond and save a drowning bull. Now tonight, a Hillsborough County deputy is back out serving and protecting Bay Area animals. Our Jacqueline Inglace has the details.
Off duty, but still on patrol. Tampa's shrimp docks are dark tonight, looking just as empty as they are eerily quiet. Still, Hillsborough County Deputy Christina Ammons knows they're lurking in the shadows, and they're waiting for her. All 50 of them.
We have Katniss, Echo 8.
Deputy Ammons has been coming to the dock every night for the past 7 months. First called here for a dead body floating in the water. She shows up alone, only arming herself with food.
This is why I like coming at night like this. All the traffic and people are gone, and it's just the cats and I.
Once the dry food is down on the ground, the feeding frenzy begins.
Fresh jug of water, good to go.
It doesn't stop with feeding. Debbie Ammons is trapping the cats, mostly paying out of her own pocket to get them spayed or neutered, then re-releasing them. Along the way, rescuing this kitten whose eyes were crusted shut, nose draining fluid, and just last week, pulling this little guy from the water. At just 1 pound, he was found clinging to a rock, covered in diesel fuel.
The tide was coming in and he was screaming.
Using her own cash to take the now aptly named Diesel to the vet.
This is what I do, and if they think I'm crazy, so be it.
Ammons is now building a cattery at an undisclosed location where the cats will hopefully be taken to in February. But she fears her babies, as she's coming to call them, might not make it to their forever home.
Someone has put down antifreeze to poison them.
Ammons doesn't know who wants her babies dead.
Come on, sweetheart.
All she can do is keep her furry partners close. Adoption isn't an option. Most are too old and feral to become house cats. In Tampa, with the Shrimp Dock Cats, I'm Jacqueline Inglace.